There is no reason why I'm hearing that people are spending $150, $130, $120 on a beat, a simple beat. If y'all don't watch my video and learn y'all something and share this to y'all friends, y'all are making a horrible mistake. Like, there is no reason why you shouldn't know how to do your makeup. There is no reason why you should be paying over $100 and something for a makeup beat when you can take that $100, start your own kit, and learn how to do your own makeup by using my videos. I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know what y'all waiting on. I don't know. And I'm trying to figure it out. So
this is what happened when I think about you.
Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really know you are.
I'm going to show you guys how to do your makeup so you never ever have to hear those "hey boo" texts, or you have to leave your makeup appointment crying because the lady didn't know what she was doing. You never gonna have to worry about that again if you watch this video and you listen to what I'm telling you. Go back to my old videos. You guys can watch my progression with makeup and see that, like, I know what I'm talking about. I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank you guys for supporting me. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications so you can be notified every single time I post a video. Follow me on all social media platforms at the girl with a flower name, and we're gonna get into this right now. So first off, you guys see my skin is glowy. You want to start off by skin prep. Prep your skin. Do not do your makeup on a dirty face, on a dry face, on a cracked, dry, flaky face. No. Moisturize your skin, do your skincare routine, then you can get down to business. As you guys can see, I did that already, so let's get down to business. First, let's prime. So I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Power Grip Matte Primer. This is what it looks like. I'm going to just spread this on the top, cheeks, well, my forehead, my cheeks, my chin, right there. Not too much, not too crazy, and a little on my nose. I like to use a brush for all my steps, so I'm going to use a brush and just brush it into my skin. Chin, get your neck, cheek, the nose, forehead, on the eye. Yeah. So that's that. Let that sit in your face, as you guys can see. If you want to use your fingers, you can. I don't like to use my fingers too much, but you can just pat it into your skin. But that's that. Let that set. Now I want to go in and do my brows while that's drying. So I just used this brow pencil by Ruby Kisses. It's from the beauty supply store, and I just lightly fill in my brows. I kind of have full brows, as you guys can see. They're pretty full, so, and I don't like those big block brows, so this is where you can get creative and you can do your brows how you want. I know some people have really pencil thin brows, some people have really big brows, so you have to fill your brows into your liking. My brows are kind of full. Then I take the e.l.f. Brow Lift, take this and take the spoolie on the other side of my brow pencil, and I just dip it in here, lightly dip it in here, and then I just put it throughout my brows. So I just lightly coat my brows with the product, and I brush it up. Repeat the process and do the same for the other brow. Lightly coat all throughout your brows and go up. It should look like this, and then you want to take it and just make like a line across so that all like the hairs that was up, they're now down. Just take it across like that, and that's that. I like my brows to look fluffy and natural, so I don't like to put too much product and stuff, but that's that. My brows is now done. Now you want to conceal your brows, so I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal OG. This is in the shade Fawn. I'm going to go on the top, the bottom, and then I'm going to put a little concealer on my eyelids so I can use that as an eyeshadow base. So top, bottom, do a couple of strokes across your eyelid. Bottom, top, across the eyelid. That's it, right? 1, 2, 3, right? And that's how you should be looking. just like this. Now, like I said, I use brushes for everything. I don't really like beauty blenders too much. I mean, I'll use them if I have to, but I prefer to use brushes. So I will be taking this brush. It's a Real Techniques brush in number 314. I like to damp my brushes with a little bit of setting spray, just a little bit. I'm using a Kimchi Stage Proof Matte Setting Spray, by the way, but sometimes I use Morphe or whatever setting spray. But yeah, and you lightly just tap. Do not stroke your makeup. Don't do this. Do this, okay? So I'm not gonna go like this. I'm gonna go like this. And that way you get a nice even spread, and it's not streaky and it's not thin. Light taps. Do not pound your face. Light taps. See how nice that blended? Nice, natural, even. Okay, now I would say is take a setting powder. So the setting powder I have and I love and I swear by this is the Kimchi Puff Puff Fast Setting Powder in the shade Translucent. So take a setting powder, powder puff, and you want to just set your eyelids. So you want to set the concealer on your eyelids. You should always do your eye look first before you do your base, because if you're going to do an eyeshadow look, you don't want the eyeshadow and the powders to fall into your concealers and your foundation. So before you even put down your concealers and your foundation, do your eyes first. Set the other eyelid powder. Since this is a beginner tutorial, I'm not going to do an intricate eye look. I'm going to do something very simple. So what I do for eyeshadow is I use this Juvia's Place Bronze Duo in Dark. Not only do I use it for bronzer, I do use the shade for eyeshadow. So I'm going to take this top shade here. Top shade. It doesn't have a name. Take a brush. I'm just going to swirl in here and then dust the excess. And then I'm going to dust this over my eyelid. Why? So my eyelid could have some color and it looks natural. Like I said, since this is a beginner tutorial and this is something like a soft, natural look, I'm not going to do an intricate eye look. But I do want to bring some color back into my eyelids and I don't want them to look bare. So okay, you guys see the little color? It's supposed to be very natural. It's not supposed to be super heavy. Like I said, this is a beginner tutorial, so it's not supposed to be super heavy. Now we can get into foundation. So I'm actually gonna mix my foundations. I have been like losing weight, so my skin has been a little different, and also it's summertime, so my skin complexion is a little all over the place. So I will be mixing foundations, but get a foundation that matches. These both match. However, due to me losing weight and also me being in the sun in the summertime, it's August when I'm filming this, my skin color does change. So I'm gonna have to mix these two. This is two different brands. This is 358 Latte by Maybelline, the matte and poreless, and this is Can't Stop Won't Stop by NYX and Mahogany. So I'm just gonna do it on the back of my hand. I'm gonna do 2 pumps on the back of my hand. And then I got this pump from Amazon, but the Maybelline Fit Me's don't come with a pump. I'm gonna do a pump of that in there. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna use a brush and mix them. And I'm gonna apply it throughout my face. I'm gonna use this brush and I'm gonna just tap it into my skin. Bring it down your neck. You just want to dab it into your face until it's even. Do you guys see how flawless that looks? See? And that's that. So you guys see how flawless and buttery this looks? Nice, even. Do not streak. Do not go like this. Don't do that. Do this. Nice and even. Like that. Now I'm going to take my setting spray and I'm going to set. Something I like to do is set between each step to make sure everything blends seamlessly and also if everything melts into my face, you know? So I'm gonna let that set and let that dry. Now I'm gonna go use the same concealer I used before. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Fawn. I'm gonna go up into my eyes, and I like to take my concealer up. See how I'm dragging it up? Take my concealer up so I can lift your face up. Don't just go out that way. No, go up like that. I'm not putting enough. Hold on. See? And then you will go down the bridge of your nose and a little bit on your forehead to highlight that, and then a little on the top of your lip, around your mouth to highlight on your mouth. I don't like my concealer too light on me. I don't like super bright. So if you like a super bright look, if you know anything about makeup and you know you want your under eye to be super bright, then of course you're gonna have to get a lighter concealer. That's not my vibe. I like my makeup to look natural, everyday, you know, type of vibe. This is optional. You guys may or may not want to do this. So I have liquid concealers. These are by Juvia's Place. You guys can get some from Elle, Charlotte Tilbury, whatever brand you like. I like Juvia's Place. So I have Juvia's Place blushes in Blush Lily and Pink Lady. So if you want to do a liquid blush, this will be the time like to put it on your face. So I would do a liquid blush right here. Up, you see how I go up? Only a little bit, not too much. I use the shade Pink Lady. I also have Blush Lily, so I'm gonna put a little bit of that. It's a little lighter. It's like a baby pink. I'm gonna put like 2 dots of that. So those are the blushes that I use. I'm gonna go on with my setting spray and set. Just lightly. Let that dry and absorb into my skin for like 30 seconds. Then I'm going to use the same brush that I used for my to conceal my brows for my concealer. I'm going to use the Real Techniques brush in 208 to blend out the blush. Okay, so now that that has set for about 30 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds, like I said, I'm going to go on with the brush by Real Techniques in number 208, and I'm going to blend out my blush. Lightly tap and I blend up. Same on the other side, lightly tap and blend up. I'm a heavy blush type of girl. I love blush. If you don't like blush as much, don't use as much blush. Okay, now that I have blended out the blush, now I'm gonna go on with this Real Techniques brush in 314. Same brush that I use to do my eyebrows, I'm gonna do for my concealer, because it's the same concealer. Lightly tap. Make sure you blend everything seamlessly. Now I'm gonna go on my forehead and highlight up there and down my middle of my nose, the bridge of my nose. Lightly tap. See? See how flawless that looks? Y'all see? Okay. Go back in with my setting spray. Set it again so it can really melt in my skin. Let that dry for about 30 seconds. Once this dries, I'm gonna go on with my Black Opal True Color. This is actually a foundation stick, but I use it as a contour for my nose. So I use it in the shade Ebony Brown, and I'm just gonna go on my nose and contour my nose so this nose can look pinched, or just a little smaller than it usually is. Okay, now that the setting spray has dried, Black Opal True Color foundation stick in Ebony Brown, and I'm gonna use it to contour the sides of my nose, just like a stick like this. You guys see? This is Ebony Brown. It's on the side of my nose. I'm gonna go on with a Real Techniques brush. I love Real Techniques brushes, by the way. This is the number 205. And I'm going to just blend this in and take it up to my brow bone. You know you're doing your makeup good once you start making them ugly faces. If you know, you know. Go back in with the concealer brush and just redefine that concealer, the highlight in the middle. Now, this is where I like to use a beauty blender. I feel like a beauty blender absorbs makeup, which is why I don't use it often. But I do want to take some of this contour off so it won't be so hard. I'm just really pat it into my skin so it looks natural. See, it definitely looks a little bit smaller than it did before. So I did the job. Now, I'm gonna go in with face powder. Okay, so you have your pressed powders and then you have your loose powders, right? This is a pressed powder. Mine is from Sephora. This is in 58 Almond. It is the Sephora brand Micro Smooth Multitasking Baked Face Powder. Like I said, 58 Almond. So you want to take this, right? And I used to do it after, but people say do it before you put your loose powder on. So you want to go with a pressed powder before this, which is loose powder. So you take a powder puff, dip it here, and this is how you make your makeup look like a filter. You want to set under your eye, just pat under your eye and set. You guys see the difference? I see all that shine over there and not that shine here. That's why. And just set where all your concealer was. So around your mouth, your chin, your upper lip. You guys see that? You guys see how flawless this is? You guys see how nice this side is and buttery, but it's not as flawless yet? See how flawless this looks? You guys see how flawless my face looks now? You see that shine on my forehead? I'm also gonna do this on my forehead as well, where I put the concealer and down my nose, only the bridge of my nose. Like I said, this is the Sephora brand Micro Smooth Multitasking Baked Face Powder. I think it's one of the best powders on the market to me. My shade is 58 Almond. That's what it looks like. Now I'm gonna go in with a loose powder, and I'm going to go over that, and I'm also gonna go on my jawline, bridge of my nose, forehead. I'm gonna go in with the kimchi powder and translucent, dust some of it off, wipe some of it off. And I'm just gonna bake. I like to step my neck as well with it. I just dab it in. Forehead, and then the bridge of my nose, on my mouth. That I have powder everywhere, but that's what I like to do. Let that set for a second. I hate powder. Powder is so messy to me. I know I look crazy, but trust the process. Now I'm gonna go in with the bronzer while that sets. The Juvia's Place. I'm gonna take a brush and I'm gonna go in between both of them. I like to hollow my cheeks in and bronze. Go around my forehead, bring some color back in, and that's that. Where I see my bronzer. Now take a brush, it's a Real Technique brush 407, and dust off any excess powder. Now, if you want to, you can use the baked powder. Go in with the little brush, swirl a little bit. If you want to bring a little bit more color, and dust off the powder. And that's it. Cute, right? You see how flawless you look? You see the bronzer, you see the blush, right? Now you're gonna go back in with setting spray to set the makeup. Let that absorb into your skin. Okay, so the setting spray has set in. Now I'm gonna go in with the Juvia's Place Volume 4 Blush Duo. It is pink. It's the same pinks as the liquids, it's just in powder form. I'm gonna take a Real Technique brush. I'm gonna use number 201. Dip it in here, swirl it in here, swirl it in here. I'll go between the two. Dust it, take it, smile. Take it up your face. So that's my blush. My hair is puffing up by the second, my hair. But that's my blush. Okay, so now that's that. So what do I want to do next? I like to use a liner pencil. I know some people like to use a liner gel. This is the Ruby Kisses Ultra Easy Eyeliner in the shade Intense Black. It's from the beauty supply store. It's like $1.50. You want to take your mirror, take your eyeliner pencil, take your mirror, look down, and draw on your waterline. You see how that looks? It makes my eyes look like real sultry and sexy, I guess. Do the same thing. Look, take your mirror, look down, and draw your line. See, same thing for the other side. Your eyes may water a little bit, but now I'm gonna do my mascara. This is the e.l.f. Lash Extender in Pitch Black. Always use black mascara, and I'm just going to lightly coat my lashes in black mascara. Do the bottom. My lashes has grown so much because I have always been a mascara girl. See? Yeah. Okay, so now we are nearing the end. Now I'm gonna do my lips. Get a makeup remover or a napkin or something. You need to clean your lips off. See all that makeup? See all that makeup that came off my lips? You need to use a makeup wipe and get that makeup off your lips. I'm gonna take this is the Ruby Kisses Ultra Easy Eyeliner, but it's in brown, and I use it as a lip liner. Take it and line your lips lightly. See that? Brown. Now I'm gonna go in with Candy by Makeup Revolution. It's the Pout Bomb Gloss. I think I got mine from Ulta or Walmart, one or two. And I'm gonna go in the center of my lids. This is really thick, so you don't need a lot. And do not mush your lips together. Block them together. Like that. Okay? I used to do that, mush my lips together, and I used to be like, why is my lip combo so muddy? Girl, because you're mixing all of the colors together. That's why. You're mixing all of those colors together. That's why it's so muddy. So my lip combos used to be muddy, y'all. And I used to be so hurt. Add a little more the color. Also, when your brushes and you touch your lips, take the makeup wipe and wipe the applicator off so that your lip gloss doesn't get contaminated with the brown color, right? Because then your lip gloss will go from being pink to brownish, you know? So, but then I'm going to go in with NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie. It's a light nude. Go in the middle. You don't have to make the sound, but I like to make them. It allows me to know that, okay, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Clean off the brush applicator. Nice, clean and pink again. Something gives me, I want it a little bit more pinky. Should I do a little more pinky? Let's see. I'm gonna go on with the NYX Butter Gloss in Eclair, which is number 2. This is my favorite, my OG. It's pink. And I'm gonna go over this. Yeah, I like this better. Clean off my applicator. And then I'm gonna go out with a clear gloss from the beauty supply store. This is the Lip Oil Intense. And yeah. See all the brown stuff? You clean that off too. Clean off the top, close it up. And that's my lip combo. A bunch of colors. Your lip combo could be whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to be the same as mine. Now, this is optional. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure I tell you guys everything in this video. This is optional, but you can use highlighter. I don't know if people still use it, but I have the Master Chrome by Maybelline in 050 Rose Gold Molten. It looks like. You can take a brush. This is a Real Techniques brush from some collection. Take a little bit and lightly dust under your brow bone. You guys see like the little brightness? That's optional. I'm gonna do it because why not? A little down my nose. I'm gonna do a little on my cheeks. You guys see a little highlight? A little OG, a little one time for the one time. Now I'm gonna go on my setting spray. Set that, let that dry for about 30 seconds. There's no reason you should be paying any makeup artist for a simple beat, or you should be getting those Hey Boo texts and you're panicking. There's no reason for that. Learn to do your makeup so that you never have to be in those predicaments ever again in your life. Learn to do your makeup quick, easy, natural. Now I'm gonna finish and follow it up with this Infallible 3-second setting mist by L'Oreal. Looking at myself in the mirror. I have to fix my hair. Let me go fix my hair so you guys get the real thing, because my hair done puffed up, but give me a second. This is the final look, the finished product. This is a step-by-step tutorial. I showed you guys every single product I use, what I do, how long I wait for it to dry. There's no reason why you should be paying any makeup artist $100 and something for a natural beat. I mean, if it's a special occasion, then I get it. But other than that, no. Baby, learn how to do your makeup. It's 2025. It's 2025. Come on now. Get with the program. But yeah, this is it. This is all. It's the final look. I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you guys for being here. I'll see you guys in my next one.